Okay, here we are. Okay,
Oh wait,
hello
let me
again.
let me just.
What do you need to know? Where are you going? We're live. What
I'm
do you
oh,
have?
I was just tidying up my
Look,
office.
oh no, don't worry. It looks great. Come
Okay.
on.
Okay.
Hello, how are you again? Thank you, Bev. I mean, when you ask the question like, how do I know you or how do you know? I mean, obviously, most people in Latin America, we read lots of books from the states, from authors from the U.S. or any other world or any other part of the world, and that comes to be like an inspiration for us, especially for me now that on this other side of the table where I'm a consultant and I have my company, and I need to kind of get my curiosity really works well, and the internet too, in order to always be updated with latest trends or catch up with latest books and stuff like that. So that's how I came, and look for you. And thank God you said yes. I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to interact with you because it is an honor. I have to read more books about you. This that the one that I like the most is the one we're going to be talking about, which is love them or lose them. So I really, before we go into that, I will really once again thank you from the bottom of my heart to just to set up the time to chat with us. So once again, welcome, Bev.
Thank you. Thank you. Great to be here.
Can you tell me? Oh, thank you. Can you tell us, and not tell me, tell us a little bit more about Bev besides being an author? What else do you like to do? What are the secrets behind those books? What's moving you as a professional? What's your fire? What's your power
Right.
to
Right.
thrive in this business?
Whew, so I've been doing this for 40 years, and I happen to choose a specialty in the HR arena that really has been evergreen for all those
Mhm.
years. And it is the world of career development. How do people grow and, find what they want inside of organizations? And then related to it, engagement and retention. Because I know from that research that one of the biggest reasons people join is because of career opportunities. And one of the biggest reasons they leave is because of lack of perceived career opportunities. And I say
Hmm.
perceived because I think the opportunities are there, but people
Mm-hmm.
are blinded to them for a variety of reasons. So, over I don't know if you, over my office door, it says, do what you love and love what you do. I think my screen isn't quite right, but I think I have been doing what I love. I don't love it every day, but
But you
for a
enjoy the
long,
ride. Mm-hmm.
right, right.
Well, I'm very glad you're saying that. That's awesome to know that you are truly in the place where you wanted to be and impacting others.
right, right. And I see that your slide says empower your HR talent. And the
Mm-hmm.
three words are empower. And I think managers can empower their employees to ask for what they want and need. And I think while HR can support that, it's not HR's job to act in the role of a manager to every single person, of course. But it is the job of the manager to hang on to his people, her people. And then the word talent, I think everybody has great talent. It's just a matter of searching and looking and noticing when your talent is being used to the max. and going after opportunities that use your talent to the max. So,
Wow.
maximum use of talent. That will be the next article that I'll write.
Very good. Maximum use in a good way, right? Use of
In a good
talent.
way. Are you
Maximum.
using
Mhm.
it right? Are you deploying
Yes.
them in the right ways? And have you
Mhm.
asked them what would you love to do more of? What would you love to do less of? And what would you like to continue doing? Three great questions.
Bev, Bev, to tell you the truth, I swear God and my team, hopefully they'll be listening to this. And those are questions I ask.
Good.
I don't know if people actually take it the right way, or we're not used to that kind of leadership or management or openness or empowerment. And it's easy for me. I'm just like, do I need to accommodate to them? Not really, but I just want to make sure whatever they do it with, with fire, with
Right.
the willing to
Right.
do it. They have the will to do it. And it's a fine line. I mean, because we still need to achieve different objectives, right? I mean, in my case, it's a company that has different services, but maybe the excuse will be, okay, yes, that probably is doing, Angie is doing that because it's her own company. So I cannot do that because I'm the HR manager in a company that I don't own, and that they have their own culture, and that they have their own, and the CEO doesn't let me go beyond that. So for me, it could be easier. But for the other ones that are listening here, how can they empower themselves to empower their team?
Right. So, you're right. They don't own their companies like you do or I do, but they own their piece. They own the hothouse in which they grow their flowers and plants. And it's up to them to keep the temperature right. It's up to them to feed those. I'm not a gardener, but it's up to them to feed those flowers and plants. And it's interesting, every flower and plant needs a different kind of care. So, do you know what your employees, the care and treatment that your employees want from you? And in the Love 'em book, which is arranged according to the alphabet, the first letter, the A, is for ask. Ask your people what they want. Ask your people what you can do to keep them. Tell your people you don't want to lose them. And find out what part of the job they love the most. And ask them what part of the job they hate the most. I mean, that's precious to know. I went to my team this the other day and I said, what of all the tasks I give you makes you groan, makes you go, oh, and not that I can take it away, but maybe there's a way to minimize the height of that
Totally.
pile of things that make you groan. Um, so
Yes. What you're telling me, it's like it just comes like a ring. Well, there's a saying in Spanish que es como que el anillo en el dedo, like it comes right to fit the ring to fit in the finger. Because I was chatting with someone in my team, and I'm sorry, but it's just, ironically, it's like destiny talking to us, and I said, because we had a conversation over the phone, and then I had the feeling that I needed to talk to her, right? And then all of a sudden, we talked, and then I said, I typed on WhatsApp, and I told her, everything is gonna be okay. Here, you have me here, and don't be afraid to talk to me. I'm here to talk.
good,
I'm not your boss. I want to be like horizontal, and we should grow together with a little heart.
very
So,
good.
and that's something that it comes natural. I don't know if because I had such an amazing mentor. I mean, as such an amazing former boss. I mean, my boss back in when I was in the States, when I was 17, 18 years old. I guess he was such a great person and leader and manager, because we're going to talk about it right now. That it's like I have to give it back. If they treated me that way and they invested and believed in me in the States, Peru, a Peruvian, and he saw something in me, and I took that opportunity. And then I was there for 7 years until I told you that I got deported, so I couldn't do much more there. But now I want to like give it back. I feel like I need to give it back and believe in the talent. And that's what we need to do too. I mean, there's like so many things that HR can do. At least they can do for their team. We might not be able to change the entire company one day
Right.
to another, but at least our team, you know?
Right.
I
And
guess
that's
that's
what I'm
something that just
exactly. Exactly. It's like your flower bed. Your team needs to be fed. And it's not all you're doing, it's them saying, I really want to learn X, or I really want to learn what so and so is doing over there because that really intrigues me. And then you might not be able to grant every wish, but at least
of course.
know what their wishes are. I wrote another book on the stay interview. And in that book, I said, why is it that at the exit interview, managers say, what can I do to keep you? When that question should be asked way, way, way sooner and asked often. So,
What can I do to keep you?
yeah, I like, you're on my team. You're precious to me. I don't want to lose you. What is it about the organization that's kept you so long? And what have we stopped doing that we really
Mm-hmm.
should pick up again because you miss it or whatever? So,
Mm-hmm.
those kinds
Wow.
of things.
Yes, it might sound romantic to many people. I mean, but it's human relationships. I mean,
Mhm.
I guess we perform better when where we feel comfortable and a relationship built in trust.
Right,
But it's hard sometimes. It is hard because sometimes people are not that willing to open and talk about their personal issues or whatever they have,
right,
that it may
right,
be giving them headaches, and the leader wants to connect, but
right.
they're not clicking. I
Always
don't
that.
know.
You're right. You're right. And I think some leaders, although they might want to connect, some don't know how because it's not
Hmm.
been part of their whole upbringing, or no leader has done that for them. And some leaders are fearful, if I open the door, they will tell me things that I cannot solve. And why should I even open the door to begin with? And what I say to leaders is, you do not have to have answers. You couldn't possibly have all the answers. But what's non negotiable is that you have the questions. And it really is the questions that there's no excuse how not to have. And then I'd say, but don't ask it unless you're willing to listen, really listen to the answer.
And that's what you have in your book. Really listen, to
Right,
truly, really listen to what they're saying, or what they're not trying to say, what they're really saying behind those or between words.
right, right, right. The words between the words, right. And the body
The
language.
words.
all of that. Sometimes I'll say to my husband, stop yelling at me. And he'll say, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
yelling. And I'll say, your face is yelling. And he gets upset. Well,
Mm.
don't look at my face. And I keep taking in all that information and I'm reading it. Um, so our bodies give a lot of signs to recipients who take it in, and they're not all words.
True, true.
Someone said to me once that which is more important, your message, your music, your tone, or your dance, your the gestures,
Your body
and
language.
your
Mm-hmm.
body language, right? And the answer is it's not the message. It is your music and it is your dance. It's all the other signals that say, I'm angry with you. Yes, my face is smiling, but I am angry right now, and we have to
Mm-hmm.
take that all in.
Wow. True, true. And we, as you mentioned with your husband, we do it with our team,
Hmm.
correct? We do it with our team and
Absolutely.
we need to be aware about it, right? And also that they need to be aware about what they're saying. I mean, you're saying you're okay, but the music and the dance, they don't
Are
communicate with
saying
the
something
message.
else, right? Right.
They're totally different. Yes. Um, can you tell us? Well, this book, I really like the name of it. It's you just updated it this year, right?
Yeah,
Your sixth
this is
version,
the
the sixth
20th
edition.
year, 20th year, sixth edition,
Sixth edition. Hmm.
800,000 copies out there. So,
I
and someone
know.
said, why has it been alive all those years? And my answer is because it's basic and it is the knowing doing gap. People know it, but they're not still doing it. And there's nothing new in anything I said. It's just people need to be reminded.
Total the knowing doing gap, which you have in your book.
Right.
And can you tell us
Very good.
about the fact that you said that we as HR professional or as professionals overall, we must we have this charge, or I mean we have the role to be leader and manager, and that we need to, I don't know, like do it together, like find the best way possible to succeed in both roles.
Hmm. And
What have you, what's the difference? I mean, how you've seen people within, I
right.
mean, year number one, year number five, year 15 until today, where COVID and digital relationships are being built. I mean, you've been through like the before, during,
Everything,
and
right.
after
Mhm.
everything. Yes.
And in my head, trying to differentiate managing from leading maybe is not right to spend any time on. Maybe every manager has to be a leader and every leader has to manage. I mean, I can't imagine how you can pull them apart. And I know there are a lot of books on the difference and managers do this and leaders do that. I think they're so intertwined that a good leader just has to know how to manage and vice versa.
Hmm.
Um, so I think it is all about the caretaking responsibility. Caring. Do you care? How do you show you care? Do you show that you care in different ways for different people? Um, Are there people that go right by your eyeballs, every day that you just don't notice? And maybe pay attention that for 1 week and see who might be recruited for more responsibility.
To see what talent they have, to see. Yeah, totally. I totally understand what you're saying, and I hope, I don't know if someone, please, who's connected here, if they can say hello. We have Beverly here, so please say hi. I don't know if you can use your chat. Come on. I don't know. Sometimes we feel like they're shy digitally, but anyways, we'll see. Okay, we have here a comment from Maria Alejandra. Hola Mariale, hello once again. She's been connected like throughout the entire day. She says, we take for granted how much we can empower the employees by something so simple and powerful than listening to them, right? And that's good. That's what you're saying. I mean, knowing and doing, there's a huge gap between those two. And what else she's saying? Let them know that they matter, right? And it's important for us as an HR professional, therefore for the company. True. And what are the challenges that you've been seeing, Beth, here at during COVID? What were the last, like, I don't know, yeah, challenges, I guess is the word, in order for leaders to connect, to engage on this remote era?
I think it's more important now than ever. It's just my opinion. The human touch, even in a highly technical world. And now the data is telling us that for tech people, soft skills matter most. That we take for granted your tech skills already, and especially in a tech company. But
Mm.
no tech person can get by, I think, and really move without having the human skills or the softer skills that allow you to get someone's attention and keep it. So,
Totally.
very important.
Human skills, just to be you, to be real. And what is the message behind your book? I mean, it's been a while, it's been out there, almost 1 million copies sold around the world, but what is the message? I mean, what is your legacy? What do you want to leave behind with this book for others to remember?
And maybe it's all in the title. If you don't love them, you will lose them. And maybe if the word love is uncomfortable, replace it with any other word. Respect them, listen to them, acknowledge them, reward them, notice them, all those things. And even though the book was first written 20 years ago, we insisted that we use the word love in the title and on the cover. And the publisher at first said, "Oh, I don't know, it's a corporate book." And we insisted, and now we have no problem using the word love in business, I think.
Of course, especially now that everyone is talking about humanizing relationships.
Right, right.
That's great. Wow. All right. And do you have it? You said that you just wrote another book regarding a state interview. Is that
Right.
what you
It's
just?
it's been
Where is it?
out,
Is
right.
it out? Yeah.
Oh, it's been out for a while.
Hmm.
And the another book that is on this kind of the same topic is called Help Them Grow or Watch
Yes.
Them Go.
Yes.
Because if you're not growing your people, they're going to
Oh.
look for someplace else.
Okay. What the book that you were referring to? It's the Hello Stay interview instead of
Right,
the Goodbye Talent Lost. Okay. Okay.
right, right,
All right. I haven't read that, but it should be because it's a playbook, so it gives you like tools and ideas, right?
right. It
So that's
does.
what sometimes
It
what
gives
we
you
need,
questions
tangible.
to ask. Absolutely.
That's very nice. Okay, very good. Okay, well, I don't want to ask you for more time of your precious time. I know that you are pretty busy, and I really thank you from the bottom of my heart for taking the time to connect with me, to connect with us, and I will just share with my community in order for them to get your book and to get inspired by you, because it's needed. Sometimes we need to also think about ourselves as HR professionals, because we impact others and impact organizations.
You're right. You're right.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any last words to say? A goodbye words to not the goodbye talent, not the goodbye talent, but a nice way to say and to close
You
this
know,
interview.
maybe it's just the simplest way for me to say it is notice your talent and tell your talent what you notice. And maybe that's all that's needed. And like Angie, I noticed your attentiveness and I notice your smile and I notice your head nod. And that tells me that you were interested. You weren't pretending, but you were interested in what I said. And it really made it easier for me to be interviewed by you.
Mm.
So how
Even
that made
though,
you feel when
oh,
I said
oh my gosh, this is like a dream come true.
see,
It's like a
and
nice way to finish the year with
right, and
compliments like
all
that.
it
Thank
is
you.
say what you see. And maybe it could have been, Angie,
Mm-hmm.
you usually have a big smile. Today you don't. Is
Mm-hmm.
there anything I can do?
Of course.
It's just saying, notice the human beings around you.
Of course. Yes. And that
Right,
we're not perfect all the time. And that we need to acknowledge that and help each other to thrive.
right, right.
Oh my gosh. I need a cup of uh, red wine, a glass of red wine after this talk. Oh my
Good,
gosh.
good.
Well, thank you, Beth. Thank you so much. Thank you for connecting, and the best wishes for you. And I hope to contact you again for another opportunity to chat. Thank
Okay.
you. Take care, Beth. Take care. Thank you. Bye, everyone.